Hello and welcome to this special late stream here in Europe. When will they stop putting these on US time? Anyway, we're here for the PlayStation 5 showcase where they said that they were going to show and give us more information on games coming from their own studios, but we're expecting a price and a launch date. But to talk about it here for the next half hour before the actual show itself kicks off, I have assembled a panel of editors from around the Gamereactor network. So let's meet them and let's see if I can actually have you hear them. That would be great. There we go. Let's try it out.
Hey, everybody.
Hey. Good evening.
And of course, Irik's camera has gotten smaller. You're just not that important, Eric. That's what that is.
Nobody wants to look at this face anyway.
Yeah, but okay, let's start by talking about our expectations for the evening. I know that Irik has a lot to say about it, and he promised me beforehand that he was going to spill the beans. Instead of saying, "Oh, I don't want to spoil," that's what we're here for. This half hour is for spoiling what's going to happen. But anyway, Kieran, let's start with you. What are you hoping to see here today?
I want to see some maybe some gameplay footage of the games that were in the initial kind of showcase. And I also want to see some release dates other games maybe coming to the PS5 as well as older platforms. We've seen that with the new Xbox has got a release date. We'll know where some other third releasing on that platform. So just want some dates and some extra gameplay footage really.
Yeah, David, on to you.
Well, I'm of course looking forward to them revealing price and release price. Finally, I think it's the last they can do that. I'm looking forward to the event in general. As it's gonna be like final event of this summer of non-events. You know what I mean? Like we need to move on from these formats, and I think this is gonna be the icing in the cake. And I'm looking forward to seeing the system features. I hope that they show some of the system menu and some of the features such as the teased activities feature, which is like jumping directly to your games or activities or missions or multiplayer sessions right from the menu, and I'm really looking forward to that. And in terms of games, I really hope they tease something with gameplay, something that is not coming this year, but perhaps during the early 2021 or something like that.
Okay. Well, Irik, it's up to you. Come on. What are we seeing today? Tell us everything.
Okay, if you want details. Back in June, I've heard what the planned launch games were. Those were Spider-Man Miles Morales, Returnal, Bugsnax for F's sake, Sackboy's Adventure. You had Demon's Souls Remake, Gran Turismo, and Destruction All Stars. So I'm curious to see if those plans remain after the Halo Infinite delay, because as almost Kieran alluded to, if or when we get the price and release date today, that also means that we'll get the release date for both Spider-Man, probably also Demon's Souls Remake, and most of those kind of games. So I'm excited to see how these Xbox plans have changed Sony's plans. And I think we can be fairly sure to get a ton of gameplay for the launch games today. Hopefully.
Don't you think
see how Sorry.
Don't you think Ratchet and Clank is gonna make it this year then? Or it's just you didn't mention it?
No, Ratchet and Clank won't be this year. It's early next year because Insomniac and Sony isn't quote unquote stupid enough to release 2 Insomniac games on the same day. I think
Fair
Sony
point, yeah.
knows that Microsoft doesn't have any real exclusive games this fall. So I think they're also almost just keeping some cards close to the chest until Microsoft starts talking about more of those their exclusives. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you've got to space things out and give fans something to look forward to in the future as well. You can't just release everything at once and then, then there's nothing to look forward to. So I can see that being true, and some of them being spaced out to 2021, as you said, because Ratchet and Clank's already revealed to be a launch window title, hasn't it? So why would you state that if it was just going to come launch day? So I'm with you on that.
And like I told some of the other editors, as many of us are obviously hyped, why the heck would Sony, let's say, confirm God of War 2, Spider-Man 2, and all those kinds of games right now? Because we've all been there after the E3 2017 when God of War, Spider-Man, the Stranding, all of those games were confirmed. Because every following year we just heard, oh, they're just showing the same games after each other every single year. So there's no need to unveil everything now, which is why I'm excited to see what their, let's say, just what kind of aces up their sleeves they're willing to give away today.
Do you think a teaser makes sense for them to show, or just to announce, as you said, just to announce that they are working on something as big as God of War 2? Don't you think it makes sense, even though they don't show much, but it really creates expectation in the long run, whereas Microsoft is left with a delayed Halo?
Yeah, but the problem with that, well, obviously it could happen, and I would get very hyped because that's one of my 2 10 out of 10s I've ever given. But then there'd be kind of empty-handed when Microsoft starts talking about Avowed, Halo Infinite, and all those kinds of games. Then Sony would just have to repeat the same thing over and over again. So I'm thinking we'll get their launch day games, and some of, I'm guessing they won't show much of Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that, but at least for the next 6 months, I don't think they're ready to show what's in store for next fall or anything like that. But I could be wrong.
And then partners, of course.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Warner Bros. Or Square Enix will show something. Though.
I think those 2 are in the cards.
Hey,
Yeah, but I mean,
don't yell at me for keeping teasing, and David keeps teasing.
but I mean, we were talking about this for, well, the past 6 shows that we've covered is, okay, so this is a 40-minute event. Are we expecting to see like actual gameplay or just a slew of trailers? Because that has been the main kind of critique of these online events going through since we didn't have a proper E3, that we want to see actual gameplay, the games being played, but it's always just in-engine renders of trailers and stuff. Do you think that we're going to see less titles but with more exposure on each this time around?
I mean, I hope so. That's what happened with Ratchet and Clank when that was first shown off, and that kind of got excellent feedback from showing the gameplay and actually being played and what it would look like. So hopefully kind of Sony has kind of taken that on board and kind of opted for doing more kind of reveals like that, because I'm sure we can all remember the Microsoft showcase earlier on in the year and the kind of backlash that got. So I'm sure Sony was paying attention, somebody from Sony.
And let's not forget that they will somehow focus on the controller itself. So I think a couple of gameplay demonstrations focused on how the DualSense is gonna, be a game changer according to them. The way you feel it, etc., is not something that you can see, but so they have to focus assets and trailers and gameplay demonstrations on what we are getting with the controller. So I think that's going to be a focus point today, and I hope that it's going to be shown along some gameplay. Like you're playing this, you're going to be feeling it like this. So
yeah, I mean, in the blog, the PlayStation blog, they say that they're going to focus on the Sony Worldwide Studios and third partners and give more information on the games. But then the trailer that they put out is all close-ups of the machine and the DualSense controller. So I think they're actually going to focus a lot more on the actual PS5 than they're giving away in that blog.
Yeah, I mean, they unveiled the shape of the console itself when they teased the previous show was going to be like this one. But then we had these little close-up teasers between trailers with that video. And then at the very end, they unveiled the design of the machine itself. So perhaps they're going to do something similar in terms of, price and date and focusing on the controller as well.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm looking at the chat right here. There's a lot of people throwing out prices, guessing what the prices are going to be. I'm seeing here 500 plus pounds, $449.99. Do we think they're going to price match Xbox completely, meaning that the discless PS4 will be the same price as the Xbox Series S, and the disc version will be the same as the Xbox Series X? Because I think that they would make that sense. That's the best optics that Sony can put forth. But I think it's crazy because the PS5 discless is the same power as the one with the disc. And that would then now be the price of the lower grade Xbox Series. But yeah, what do you think?
I disagree. I don't think the discless version will be the same price as the S at all. Because as you said, it's the only difference really is the fact that it can't play discs, and that's where kind of people are moving anyway. We're seeing kind of box sales falling and that kind of thing. I think the PlayStation 5 should be in the same ballpark as the X, really, if they want to kind of stay fiercely competitive, have all these amazing games and pay the same price or just a tiny bit more.
Yeah, and I mean, and of course it's better for Sony to sell the discless version because it's less in manufacturing, and they don't need to pay a premium to package the titles. They just sell them digitally, so they will actually get more money. But I saw you smirk, Eric, when we started. Explain yourself.
Well, as Reset Era, Reddit, and many others have noted, Magnus, our dear Danish editor, took the liberty of writing a report last week about what he has heard. And despite the two of us hearing different things, we both now agree that Sony will definitely match the Xbox One X on price in terms of the regular version. The question I still have, because I haven't spoken with people about the digital edition since June, I think. Because then the question was, will they have the digital version for $449 or $399? And without having spoken to anyone, I think Sony is quote-unquote crazy enough to sell the digital version for $399, because to give people behind the curtain before we started it.
Oh, you're cutting out, Eric.
Hope we lost him.
Yeah, I still have you others. Oh wait.
Oh no, he's back.
Arik is back. Plug the LAN cable all the way into the computer.
Sorry. I'm on the Wi-Fi, that's why.
Somebody's watching Netflix.
I definitely think they might match the prices we heard in a couple of Gamereactor branches last week when Magnus wrote that report. We almost immediately in different countries heard that they might go for $399 for the digital edition and $499 for the standard, even though that might not have been what Sony wanted to go for at launch, right? So I think, and there was this leak precisely in Spain at the weekend from one of the biggest retailers, and those prices were there as well, like sort of backing what we heard. So I don't think they can go higher than €500 for the standard disc console. So I think it's a matter of, will they stay as low as $399 to be like an alternative to the S for €100 more, or will they go €50 higher? Because we all know a disk drive doesn't cost you €100 to produce or to manufacture.
Yeah,
right? This is all about forcing people, or inviting people, encouraging people to buy that digital edition, and then making the business as you described, like clean digital business.
Yeah, because I mean, it's become a question of how much are each of these companies losing money on each unit sold, because they're gonna be trying to get it back somewhere else. Xbox with Game Pass, and I mean, there was a quote the other day, basically saying that the focus is not units sold in terms of console. Microsoft is getting to the finish line of their strategy that they've been building up for the past 3-4 years of making a whole ecosystem. It doesn't matter what you play on, it's where you play it. And that should be, the Xbox ecosystem, being Game Pass or just Xbox on your Windows 10 machine. So, I mean, for me, Microsoft is a huge company with deep pockets, and they underpriced their console intentionally to force Sony's hand. So we're going to see what happens here, hopefully in, 12 minutes, how it's all going to shake out. But what about PSVR? Do you think they're going to show off like PSVR 2 during the event?
Not a chance.
Damn it.
Not today. No. Nope.
Yeah, so today VR, that's all Facebook with the Oculus Quest 2.
It's too early, basically, especially during these COVID times. Sony knows people don't have as much money as they might have otherwise. So now stealing the focus from PlayStation 5 over to an upcoming thing, it doesn't make sense, because it would just almost scare people off, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this event should be selling people on the system itself, not an additional kind of peripheral that you need to buy on top of the console.
Unless it's bundled with.
Oh, wow. Well,
interestingly enough, they introduced the camera itself. They did introduce the camera, the new camera that I'm sure you're going to need whenever PSVR 2 is introduced. So they introduced that new camera already earlier this year. So that's interesting as a first, move. I don't know if there's going to be a bundle with a couple of controllers and the camera, and gets you ready for readier for PSVR 2 in the future. But what else you're going to use the camera for?
Yeah. True. Okay, so we have 10 minutes. Let's go into like proper predictions. And I mean, also just the structure of the show. Me and Eric were talking here before we started up that we think Eric was saying that they think that they would drop, the price and the pre-order date right at the end of the show. I think it would make more sense to do it right at the top of the show. You open up and you say, this is what it's going to cost, when it's going to come out. Now you can stop thinking about that and actually enjoy the show and focus on the games. Because if they do it at the end, the entire way through, we're going to be thinking, oh, when are they going to come up with the price, right? But in terms of structure and titles, what do you think we're going to be seeing here, Eric?
Let's try to predict it really. I think they'll open with Spider-Man, with some gameplay to show what the real difference is between Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. Because I think people are underestimating what kind of game Miles Morales is. Because Sony has compared it to Uncharted Lost Legacy, which I think is a fantastic game. And comparing those two, this will be a fun experience. So finally getting to show that game will be very interesting. Then I think we'll get to see some of the third-party partners with now hopefully Final Fantasy 16, Harry Potter, or probably Resident Evil 8 again, because they didn't show what they promised back in August. Maybe we'll finally get to see, this is dreaming, but maybe we'll get to see the Silent Hill game, because I'm tired of getting messages on Twitter and Reddit that's one of the few predictions I got wrong in my Secret Summer Games piece. But that's a dream, because it seems like Friday Nights and at Freddy's will be there as well. So now potentially having 3 horror games in a showcase, I'm guessing will be meant for a more general audience, for in different genres. That would be kind of foolish, but who knows? I'm guessing we might see Astro's Play, Sackboy's Adventure. What's it called?
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, I can promise you, I'll make you a bet, Tori. We'll get the price and release date at the very end.
Yeah, I mean, that is the most likely way. I just don't think it's smart. But what about?
But
what
with that
about?
Being said, I'm kind of curious if you can mention as well.
What
Sorry.
About Mass Effect Collection remastered for next gen?
That's part of my prediction as well, but that won't happen today. I think Sony will want to show what PlayStation 5 can do, and without spoiling what that remaster is, it's nothing like Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 3 remake. It's basically just a the power of the PlayStation 5, not the chance.
The internet has decided that Eirik has spoken for long enough. Kieran, what?
Go to me whilst I'm laughing at Eirik.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with him for the most part. I think the release date and the price will come at the end, because it'll just be this big crescendo building up to it. It's going to be on our mind the whole way through, and that's what will keep us waiting until the end. Some people might just be tuning in to find that information if it's dropped at the start. It's no good. They want to keep people there to the end.
I mean, I would stick around waiting for the announcement of God of War 2, but that's just me.
But yeah, I agree with Eirik, like in terms of structure, but I think we'll see like release dates for kind of games like Watch Dogs, Legion, and all these other games that are getting release dates dropped for the Xbox Series X. And maybe some games like Crash Bandicoot 4, which is coming out in October, which might be revealed to be coming to that particular platform. So, some games which haven't already been confirmed for the PS5, we might hear about tonight.
Yeah. So, David, it's up to you.
Yeah. Actually, in terms of games that have been confirmed already, I do expect some FIFA teaser. I know it might make no sense when you're releasing the current gen version in a couple of weeks, but at the same time, if you think about it, those who buy it on PlayStation will freely upgrade on PS5 when it releases. And our Portuguese colleague Ricardo was right that EA has been very silent about FIFA in general, but mostly next gen we only had that in-engine thing together with Madden, and I think they are pretty close. PlayStation, FIFA, Champions League, etc. So it's always good to have in your show. I also expect something from the Japanese studios. Hopefully, Final Fantasy 16, as you said, but yeah, perhaps something else. And then I think we're gonna have a couple of indie-ish titles, experimental, etc., as they usually do with Sony events. More, like the RT experience they usually show.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I have 3 minutes to to guess. I'm gonna shoot big because I want my dreams. I read The Secret. You put it out there, it comes back. So what I want to see is, first of all, I want to see Horizon gameplay played on the actual console, not in-game renders or anything. I want to see it actually played. I think, isn't it about time that we hear something more about that Harry Potter game that doesn't have Harry Potter in it? Maybe. I'd like to see that. What else? Oh yeah, God of War 2 announcement. Fuck it. God of War 2 being played on the PlayStation 5. Right? I mean, if I'm going to be wrong, I'm going to be fully wrong. And yeah. I think in the end, the price is going to price match the Xbox, because Sony can't afford the optics of looking a lot more expensive, even though it would mean that they have a lot more powerful machine at a lower price point. So, or maybe it's gonna hit like no, you know what? It might be that the discless version will be slightly cheaper than the Xbox One X, and the disc version will be slightly more expensive. Let's go with that. That makes sense in my world, right? But I believe they just changed the signal to stay tuned. So we got about 2 minutes before the actual show starts. Anything else you want to share, gentlemen?
I'm curious what you think the release date will be.
Well, we know it's holiday. A more interesting question is when the pre-orders are going to open up. And I think that's going to be like right now during the stream, or tomorrow or something.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Well, and then all units just disappear straight away.
Yeah.
And then November 10th.
Yeah, if they do that, they better do that at the end of the stream, because otherwise everybody will leave to order it.
Well, I can't imagine it just being flashed on screen, like in the middle of the stream, like pre-orders now. Everybody go here. But yeah, one last thing to add. If I don't see any bug snacks, I'll be very disappointed. That's my most anticipated game.
So what was that? You fell out from me. What did you say?
I said if I don't see bug snacks, I'll be very disappointed.
No, I heard you correctly.
I also expect the console to. I also expect to be there to be shortages. It's not going to be that easy to pre-order or to buy a PS5 during the Christmas campaign in several European countries.
Yeah, I want it to be released as a console bundle, like the NAC bundle. Bug snacks plus PS5.
Yeah, or if they'll show a black variant of the PS5,
Yeah.
Let's see some different color options, because all my other electronics are black. So having a white router next to everything would be
well, I
not aesthetically pleasing.
I read Nick's a new router. That's gonna have a great signal, I tell you.
Wow. Is it too early to hear about bundles and things, do you think, or is that kind of the weeks after?
I mean, if they announce the pre-order time, there might be some bundles with a game that gets a firm date announced during the show.
Yeah, like a Spider-Man plus PS5 bundle or something.
Or perhaps it's a way for them to go slightly higher in price.
Hey, guys, it's time to say goodbye because it is starting right now. So let's watch the show.
Get hyped.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different.
Where are we?
You see things others can't.
I sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
Okay, let's do this.
You all know the target. Shiva's dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them.
Sergeant, they've summoned their icon.
Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect him.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
What does it matter? It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the Twin Realms, was it not?
Without the blessing of the Mother Crystal, we cannot defend our realm from the spread of the Blight.
So I sent in the Dragoons. Imperial Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
It's the Archduke's son.
Phoenix.
Stop there!
Second icon of fire. But that's impossible. The legacy of the crystals. Has shaped our history.
cold to change out here. Dang, I'm late for Mom's rally.
Subway card. Check. You got the house key?
Yeah, I got it.
Come on! We're gonna be late! Hey! Dude, I am so filling your suit with snow. Are you still wearing your suit?
Yeah, you know, just in case.
It's gonna be fine. See, this is my favorite part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
Man, this would be great for the last beat I was working on. I should get back into mixing.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So what do you think about Rio Morales? You gonna vote for her?
It's still hard to think of Mom as a politician. She's been a teacher my whole life.
Similar skill sets, right? Corralling people, educating them, making sure they don't throw things at each other.
Hi, I'm Brian Horton, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. We're excited to show you this first look at gameplay from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game, and we find Miles' new home, Harlem, is in danger. Trouble brews while Miles' mom, Rio Morales, leads an election rally. A war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the Underground, a high-tech criminal army led by the Tinkerer, starts to break out. In this gameplay sequence, captured on PlayStation 5 hardware, the Underground attacks Roxxon, sending the rally into chaos in a fight that spills onto the Braithwaite Bridge, where the Underground tries to steal Roxxon's experimental energy source, Newform. Let's take a look.
Go, go, go! Stop! Whoa! Let's not shoot each other, all right?
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else. Get rid of him. Then grab as much as you can carry. Keep him busy.
The bridge is coming down! I have to stop this! People are trapped over there! I have to push past these guys! Where is he? They'll kill you! Don't let him cut you! Help! Help! No!
Thank you.
Man! Those people! They're trapped! I've got an idea! I need something they can cross! No! I can stop this! Just a little closer!
Magic, both beautiful and powerful, binds together our long history. That common bond we share is the legacy of Hogwarts. Now it is time to add your own story to these hallowed halls and, quite possibly, shape the future of the wizarding world. Every corridor, every portrait, every stone in this castle tells the story of witches and wizards who came before. Here you will meet lifelong friends and grow into your own magical abilities in the classrooms of the world's most talented professors. And while your journey begins at Hogwarts, brewing potions, taming fantastic beasts, and mastering spells, there is a larger world beyond these walls. A world filled with dangers you can't yet imagine. An ancient knowledge long gone from this world. That strange and mysterious talent you possess may be the key to unlocking this dormant power. Your potential is limitless. But what form will it take? The journey ahead will reveal what you stand for. The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Hi everyone, I'm Dan Vondrak, Creative Director at Raven. One of our goals as developers is to bring the game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen. With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, to how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around you. In Black Ops Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981, in the middle of one of the most dangerous times the world has ever known, the height of the Cold War. The following is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in true Black Ops style, nothing is as it seems. Take a look.
Qasim is out of the picture.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Airfield's just up ahead. Let's go find this shithead.
Priority is to ID Arash before things go hot. Mason, check it out.
Incoming truck, left side.
Arash might be in the truck.
I can't make out his face yet.
I don't want to know.
The fuck? He just iced everyone in a truck. That's gotta be Arash.
Hold fire. We need a positive ID. That's our man. Take him out.
Shit! We missed him! Can't let him get away!
We hope you enjoyed that sneak peek at the campaign for Black Ops Cold War. There are many more twists and turns along the way as you begin to unravel the truth, and we can't wait for you to play it soon. In addition to the story campaign, Cold War features the next generation of multiplayer online combat and an all-new awesome zombies experience. Today, I have the special honor to announce on behalf of my friends at Treyarch that the PlayStation community doesn't have to wait to play multiplayer. Starting this Friday, PlayStation players will be able to play the multiplayer alpha exclusively on PlayStation 4. And for those of you that are watching at home on your PS4, you can preload the experience starting tomorrow. We can't wait to see you online Friday and through the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again!
Mia. Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
And in death, we give glory. Mother Miranda.
It's just a local tale.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
You want out of a time loop, you gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist!
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Hey, over here! I'm coming for you!
I've tried taking my targets out one by one more than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives, because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Gold, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it, it works!
That he makes every morning. unless I get there first. No experiment, no breakthrough. No reason for Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got a shot at killing them both at the same time, in the same loop.
What's this? Is that Wolf? Hey, Wolf! It's time to hunt Pig! Wolf! I'm talking about you, baby! Come on, swing! A little help here!
Eight targets on my list, every one of them with grand plans for eternal life. To break the loop, I gotta break the rules. Clock's ticking.
And you just ran out of time. You keep forgetting, Colt. I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
That day, if our positions were switched, would our fates be different? Would I have your life? And you mine? You a demon? Kneel before me. This is power. Rest in peace. Devil may cry.
Fugitive morons burn down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it looks like.
Bad karma for burning down my farm.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, creative director of Oddworld Soulstorm, and we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game. Here, our unlikely hero, Abe, finds himself fresh off the back of freeing his people from the nefarious Rupture Farms. He thinks the journey is over, but soon discovers it has only just begun. The stakes are higher, the threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious, and it's all made possible by the power of PlayStation 5. Enjoy.
Not letting that ape guy get away from us again!
Wait here.
Hey, why'd you hold up? I could go for a sandwich right now.
We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here.
My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together? It won't happen again. It was just a glitch.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. Soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
something that big?
My name is Marcus.
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor.
After all we've been through.
It's time.
So now you know. Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey. It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation, we appreciate your continued support, and we look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon. To close, let me leave you with one more quick look.
Time draws near. Prepare yourself.
go.
No fear. My head's up, I stay strong, forever young. May you live long. With perseverance, hold on and stand tall. Never back down with my back against the wall. Never hold me back. Nothing. I'm unstoppable. I'm fearless. I'm strong. I am. I'm fearless. I am fearless.
PlayStation